President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., along with the leaders of the other ASEAN member states and several dialogue partners, will participate in the 43rd ASEAN Summits and related summits in Jakarta, Indonesia. This will be from 5 to 7 September 2023 at the invitation of the President of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Joko Widodo, as this year's ASEAN chairman. It will be remembered that this will be the second summit this year. The first one was in Labuan Bajo in May 2023. Now, the second summit will be a follow-on to the May summit and will accelerate the momentum of the ASEAN community building process under the theme ASEAN Matters, Epicentrum of Growth. It will serve as a platform for leaders to exchange views on key regional and international issues, build consensus on matters of mutual interest, and provide policy direction for the ASEAN community in the years to come. The 43rd ASEAN Summit and related summits will include meetings with several dialogue partners of ASEAN, as well as summits of ASEAN-led mechanisms, such as the ASEAN Plus 3 Summit and the East Asia Summit. The President will also attend the opening of the ASEAN Indo-Pacific Forum upon the invitation of Indonesia. This event will serve as a platform for ASEAN to discuss infrastructure projects and programs to implement the priority areas of cooperation under the ASEAN Outlook in the Indo-Pacific with external partners and other participants. Overall, the President is expected to attend 13 leaders-level engagements, 12 of them summit sessions with other leaders. These are, let me start with September 5, Tuesday, the 43rd ASEAN Summit plenary session, the opening ceremony of the ASEAN Indo-Pacific Forum, and then the 43rd ASEAN Summit retreat session. On September 6, Wednesday, the President will attend the 26th ASEAN-China Summit, the 24th ASEAN Republic of Korea Summit, the 26th ASEAN-Japan Summit, the 26th ASEAN Plus 3 Summit, and then the ASEAN-US Summit and the ASEAN-Canada Summit. On the last day, September 7, 2023, first day, the President will attend the 20th ASEAN-India Summit, the 18th East Asia Summit, the 3rd ASEAN-Australia Summit, and the 13th ASEAN-UN Summit. In these engagements, the President will continue to uphold and promote Philippine interests in ASEAN. He will highlight our advocacies in strengthening food and energy security, harnessing the potential of the digital and creative industries and MSMEs, and addressing the impacts of climate change, among others. The President will also continue to emphasize our efforts to protect migrant workers in crisis situations, as well as combating trafficking in persons, especially with the use or abuse of technology. Other priority areas of cooperation with dialogue partners will also be discussed. Furthermore, the President will continue to promote a rules-based international order, including the 92 UNCLOS, especially in the South China Sea. The Philippines will continue to uphold and exercise freedom of navigation and overflight in the South China Sea in accordance with international law. The leaders are expected to discuss various international issues that impact the region and beyond. These include the situation in Myanmar, the conflict in Ukraine, as well as geopolitical rivalries in the Indo-Pacific region. To date, over 90 outcome documents are being targeted to be issued, adopted, or noted during the summits. The key outcome documents would include the following: ASEAN Leaders' Declaration on Strengthening Food Security and Nutrition in Response to Crisis, and also individual joint statements on strengthening cooperation on food security between ASEAN, Australia, Canada, and India. ASEAN Guidelines on the Protection of Migrant Workers and Family Members in Crisis Situation, ASEAN Leaders' Statement on the Development of the Digital Economy Framework Agreement, and the ASEAN Joint Statement on Climate Change to the 28th session of the Conference of the Parties for the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, among others. The 43rd Summit and related summits will conclude on 7 September 2023 with a handover ceremony of the ASEAN chairmanship from Indonesia, the Lao People's Democratic Republic.
Thank you for watching Politico TV. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more videos.